Talk to your children about all important things before the age of 7. If you talk about drugs in true sense with your children at the age of about 4, 5, 6 or 7, then it is absorbed as such, like it is taken as religion. That if you tell them that
it's blind faith.
You put a software program at that time that drugs are not to be used, they are no. And that includes smoking also, the plain cigarette smoking, because that is a gateway to drugs. But at
I
the
hope
most,
you guys are listening. Gateway to drugs. That's the word Dr. Sadakat used. Smoking is a gateway to drugs. Sorry, I'm very passionate about this.
You should be talking to your children before the age of 13 at the most. I mean, after 13, it may be too late. They might be already using drugs. And a stitch in time saves 9.
As a young teenager, what are the chances that you're going to progress and carry on and that cigarette's going to become something else?
The drug use starts in teenage mostly. If you go through this teenage safely, the chances then decline of any initiation of drug use. At some time in life, people become curious about drugs. And there are other occasions when doctors prescribe drugs,
you said that it's across all
to.
strata, but people who travel and people who check into hotels are obviously a very sort of upper middle class or high class.
High risk group?
What about are you saying that it's a problem of that class, or?
No, it's problem of every class.
So what about the other class? I mean, how do
they get it from friends?
I think
they get the first introduction from friends. So it's free. For the first time, usually it is free. Nobody buys drugs on the very first occasion.
I think what happens is, this is what I understand, is when you change socioeconomic groups, the substance abuse might change.
Yeah.
But the addiction and the fact that there is substance abuse taking place, that doesn't change.
How do you go about getting them to come off an addiction?
Withdrawal management is basically a medical procedure and medical people do it. But the real thing is the motivation of the person. You have to build the motivation of the person to live without drug.
So it's the will. It's the will to push it through, the will to make it happen.
Yes, it's the will to make it happen, and it's also the methodology. You also teach him the kind of lifestyle which is alternative to using drugs. And that is like changing a religion.
Is it a problem with women as well?
I think it's different with men and women. There are a lot of men doing this kind of thing in the society than women are doing. And the treatment seeking behavior is also less in women because it is a stigma attached with that. So we get 100 patients as compared to one female patient, 100 male patients to one female patient. But in society,
there are more than
the ratio is about 20-80.
Why are we struggling with this so badly? We seem to be, on the face of it. Why is that?
There are 5 million people who are addicted to drugs in Pakistan.
5 million?
Yeah, there are 5 million people.
How bad is the situation in the urban areas of Pakistan as compared to the rural areas of Pakistan? Is there any kind of pattern, or is it pretty much all flat across the board?
I think it's worse in urban areas of Pakistan, especially in Karachi, Lahore and
population
Islamabad.
Congestion, is it just because we're all packed so close together?
And availability, maybe more availability?
The availability and the price is quite easily available, and the phenomenon of addiction is greater in that area.
Really? And it's accepted socially, is it, amongst the men over there?
Marijuana is mostly easily accepted.
Otherwise known as? Can we call it charas? Is it charas?
Yeah.
It's charas, isn't it?